Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here, and today I have the final process video for October Daily 2021. This is day 31, Halloween day, and I will tell you at the beginning that unfortunately my film cut off, or my video cut off sort of about a third of the way through. We're still going to get a good process here. Check out my friend Skeleton here. He's helping me today. But you're still going to get a good look at how this layout came together. Of course, I had a variety of photos from Halloween. I sort of culled those down and created a photo collage, a 2-page photo collage, very simple. And then I had also created a foundation page, which was a 2x2 pocket page that I had already filled with some little Halloween goodies. And so I had left 6 pockets open, just to give myself some options here to see later on down the road today what I might fill it with. And while I was looking through some of the things in my stash and just pulling what I thought looked fun to play with today, I found these little 2x2 squares that I had cut previously. I think that they're from Pebbles, and they fit perfectly. I really liked the black and white ones. That felt pretty graphic to me, but I felt like I was missing one. I needed one more that was black and white, the same as these. So I went back into my stash and pulled out a couple of options here. And the funny thing is, I think I already know exactly what I'm going to do without going through all of those. And so there's this little white on black card here that says, "I've got my eye on you." And I'm going to go ahead and use that. And that way it keeps with the black and white theme here of all of these little pockets. And then the back side of 5 of these is a little orange stripe. And so the one that I had replaced will be able to give me the little orange stripe background for that one. And that way, there you can see it. That way they'll all match on the back, and it'll just be a quick, consistent, simple look. So I'm going to work on embellishing the photo collages. For some reason, when I put these photos into my template in Photoshop, the sizes got all messed up. So the one on the left hand is a little bit short. This one I think is also a little bit short, but I'm going to go ahead and just leave it, and in the interest of getting it done, I don't think anybody's ever going to notice. And that's fine. It doesn't even matter to the page design. I had pulled this tree pattern paper is from Cocoa Daisy a couple of years ago. And then there was this little Simple Stories group of kids that are dressed up running through the neighborhood, and they feel like the bottom photo underneath that cluster. And one of the photos that I took was this adorable picture of 2 dinosaurs, a chicken, and a rooster just running for it in a hurry to get all their candy. And it was the cutest thing you ever saw. They were all short, you know, little kids. And of course, you can't really run in those costumes. And it was just hilarious. So I definitely wanted to include that fun little memory. We did not go around the neighborhood that year, so there were just photos of us and let's see, River is dressed up as Amelia from ReZero. It's an animated character. And so that was a lot of fun to help them pull their outfit together that year. And then, of course, I was dressed up like Little Red Riding Hood. And my husband, Alan, was the king. Of course, his costume is King George, but he just wanted to be the king. He didn't want to be King George necessarily. So that was fun. We had a good time dressing up and just saying hi to the neighbors, and the children as they came by. We had our candy at the end of the driveway. We're still doing that. Anybody else still doing that? It's just kind of fun to participate in the neighborhood activities and not have to answer the doorbell, and it's easier on the dog. The dog gets kind of freaked out when the doorbell rings so many times. So I'm gonna work on this other side. Here's where the film will drop off, and then I'll come back and I'll narrate to let you know how the layout finishes out. All right, so my apologies for the video cutting off. I just wanted to walk you through the layout just so you can still get an idea of how it finished, how I finished it, and how it turned out. So where I ended up was cutting this little rectangle down to house another little spot for embellishments, and I added the journaling card here. And so you'll notice how the embellishments across the page sort of go diagonal and they tie together in a weird kind of wonky way, but I think it works. And so that was that layout. I added a couple of the little black and silver stars there, and then we saw this. You saw that come together. I think I'm just going to leave all of this on the back just like this, just for simplicity. And then, of course, you saw this page. So that was fun. And then the back page, and this is part of the reason why I wanted to come back and talk with you a little bit, is because I used one of the kind of solid pattern papers from Heidi Swapp, and a little tag, a little the little characters kind of running away again, and a little washi tape at the top of that. And when after I finished all of that, the orange felt like it needed a little bit more, and so I took this stamp set. I have this from Hero Arts, and it's a layering stamp, so you have two different sets of clouds that layer on top of each other. This is what the back says. And so I just played around with it, and I'll show you kind of what it looks like. I've just got a little spare piece of cardstock here, and the stamp pads that I used were, of course, my archival in Jet Black, this Versamagic in Pixie Dust. This almost looks white on that orange, and then this Hampton Art kind of gray ink. They don't name theirs, or maybe it's on the packaging, I don't know. But so let me grab my little blocks here. I still have some of the stamps on them because I wanted to show you how this kind of works. So first off, this is the bigger cloud scene that's shown here, and so they're kind of showing it in a lighter color, and then the darker clouds on top, the darker ink. I've felt like it didn't matter which one you did first. Just make sure you clean your stamp off before you re-ink it. So let's start with the lighter pink and just dab that on. I'm only going to do it on half just to show you there. I love stamp sets like this. Give you a lot of bang for your buck. So that's the lighter color. Let me get something to clean that with. Good. And then let me go and grab the other smaller one. Let's see. Put that on here. Let's move that's the little witch. She's on there too. So let's see here how we want to do that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but let's just get some ink on the stamp. And this is just a lighter gray. I'm not going to press down very hard to keep it kind of surreal looking, I guess. And I guess you can put it down, set it down anywhere. But there, that kind of gives you the multi-dimensional look. And then there are other clouds that you can add. These two clouds that you can add around, and the bats. And so the bats I did in the archival jet black just so that they would pop, and I'll show you how that looks. Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty cool stamp set, and it turned out to be a really fun little quick page just to end the album. And with that, my friends, this album is complete. Woohoo! Throw confetti. Thank you so much for following along with this process, a 2-year album project, and I think that's really awesome. I hope that it inspires you to get out your older albums and work towards the finish line for those. I hope it's given you some fun page ideas for your next album, and I hope that you have a really wonderful October this year, that lots of fun things happen for you. I will see you back here again soon. We'll be starting on October 2023 very soon. Thanks again, you guys. Bye-bye.